Okay, my love. So this video is for you if you are a busy woman with a high profile career, and if you are a busy woman who is a mom with a young child or young kids. And whether you are a mom, whether you have a career and you don't have any children, I think in both of these roles, with both of these lifestyles, you have to take care of yourself first and foremost if you are really going to be able to bring value to the day, to people, to projects, to, really make an impact and really just be available, right? Emotionally, and be available physically, be available mentally. I don't know about you, but one of the things for me, I used to feel so bad about myself. I used to feel like I was failing, like something was wrong with me when I couldn't follow these 5 a.m. masculine morning routines if you want to be successful. Like, do you remember those books? Like, I just remember reading a lot of personal development books that were, written by men, that were, and maybe even by women, but they had like these masculine, rigid routines that were nearly flippin' impossible for someone like me now in my life with a 3-year-old who's only in daycare 3 days a week. And maybe like for you, to where I just think about, client of mine, a couple clients of mine, one of my clients, she is a busy attorney for the government, for immigration. I have another client who has her own veterinary practice with 5 children, single mom. Can you believe that? And we need morning routines, like how to take care of ourselves for those type of real life people that have responsibilities that are different from the 5 a.m. morning masculine routine. And I'm not man hating. I have a husband, love him to death. He does amazing things for our family. But I just want to really include the women and speak to you, the woman, to where you're like, I feel like I'm drowning in my job or like in motherhood, and I just need like some help in taking care of myself, but I need help and some suggestions that are freaking practical that I can do on a consistent basis. So that is my goal and my intention, and really the value that I hope to portray in this YouTube video today, okay? Just from my own personal experience, what has worked for me when I was really busy, super busy, 7 days a week, like 13, 14-hour days. And then also now as a mom with a very active, energetic, bossy, lover to death 3-year-old that I do the morning routines with mostly. Okay, so long intro, I know, so thank you for sticking with me. Let's go ahead and dive in, and then I'll introduce myself towards the end of the video. Okay, so self-care rituals for real life mornings. And these are like tiny rituals that really make a significant difference in your life. So the first one, morning coffee with reading for just 10 minutes an uplifting book. That's all you need to do, right? That could be one morning routine that you can interchange with these 4 others that I'll share with you. But the reason why I'm not including movement in this suggestion, like you'll hear me in some other videos, like I talk about how important exercise and movement is, because if you are like really stressed out right now, it's a very anxious time for you. You wake up already in your head and just kind of feeling like out of control. If you can just get grounded with a morning cup of coffee. If that's too much, if that doesn't help with anxiety, maybe you can do like a morning cup of, a nice tea that's not highly caffeinated. Just really do that ambiance of setting the kettle, letting it heat up, have your favorite coffee mug, and these little details. Like, this is very important for creating a ritual that really feels good for you. And have that morning tea time, and then a very uplifting, inspiring book. Like, I'm just thinking of, just so I can share something with you. Give me a moment. A couple books that I've been reading recently that I love. I do like this book, Worthy. This is more for like entrepreneurs, by Jamie Kern Lima. I think she has her own like makeup product, but this is very, if you struggle with your self-worth and believing in yourself and you want some good stories, just some good uplifting talk This is great. My friend, therapist, now coach, You Can Trust Yourself. Unlock the Wise Woman Within Using Modern Tools and Ancient Wisdom by Emily Romero. Beautiful book because, like, let's be honest, don't we all need to learn how to trust ourselves a little more right now in the world today? And then also The Naked Mind, Control Alcohol, Find Freedom, Discover Happiness, and Change Your Life. I'm just giving some suggestions here. Maybe you're finding that you do get more anxious or your mornings aren't that great because you do have a habit of drinking a glass of wine every night. And this has been something that you've been going to just calm your mind. It's a habit that I had. I would drink a couple nights a week. I realized in the past couple of months, it hasn't been serving me. So now I'm reading a lot of like alcohol, like sober literature, because that's a journey I'm on right now. So your morning coffee or your morning tea, if the coffee caffeine is too much and it like doesn't really help, with your anxiety or your busy mind, some good literature. This can do wonders, okay? Wonders. There is just, it never gets old continuing to learn and empower yourself on a day-to-day basis. I mean, this is a lifestyle and habit, really learning, how to have a optimistic and positive and really just feeling like connected to a higher power, like reading literature like this, something that that really helps you to improve your life in whichever way you want to improve it. When we get that type of content in literature in our minds first thing in the morning, because first thing in the morning, that's when our subconscious is most open to receiving new information, new programming, new conditioning. So we can feed our mind with good stuff first thing in the morning in that sleepy hypnotic state still, and also at night. That's how you start rewiring your brain, creating new neural nets, and really just changing your narrative, your story, and the way that you think. Okay? So long-winded, number one suggestion of a morning routine, but I swear by it. It's something that I do 1 or 2 mornings every week, just about. And I love it. It really helps me. Number 2, self-care morning ritual routine for a person that's busy or, a person that has, responsibilities and children. I love getting just flexible in my body, doing some deep breath work, doing some stretches, really just doing like a little meditation. I love doing a 5 to 7 minute yoga practice most mornings. I'd be lying if I said that I do it every day. I used to do it every day, but I'm finding that I don't want to get bored with these self-grounding, self-care morning rituals and practices. I do like to keep things exciting and look forward to them and not just have them feel like they're a chore. So if you are someone to where you are challenged with anxiety, with a busy mind, a busy brain, yoga, for me, like a guided yoga. I love Yoga with Bird. She has her own YouTube channel. That helps me so much with breathing, with getting grounded, with quieting my mind, and really just at this age now in my 40s, just getting my body flexible, loosening my back, just really feeling like getting my blood flowing. I love having a morning yoga practice that is practical for me. I can't do an hour because I have a 3-year-old. So if I can get something in quick, that feels really good and great, right? Number 3, this is also good for the busy mind, for the stress, for the, maybe there's just a lot of uncertainty in your life right now and you're really stressed out. Sheet of paper or a journal, and just do this 10-minute brain dump, this 10-minute mind dump. All the fears, all of the resentments, all of the anger, just all the second doubt, all the second guessing, all the frustrations, all of just your to-do task list. mind dump it onto your journal or onto your paper. Set a timer on your phone for 10 minutes and just start writing. Get it all out. Get it all out. I don't do this as often as I used to, but I think I will start incorporating this, especially when I come up with a lot of ideas or when there's a lot of travel coming up, or just, thinking like we have some plans and things we're working on in our personal life, in our family life, and I'm always thinking about and having ideas, and I'm like, my mind gets a little crowded. It has been a little lately. So I'm actually going to start doing this mind dumping as well, so I can clear and have a fresh start for my day. So maybe you would like that one. That will be helpful for you several times a week or once or twice a week to really just clear. Number 4, this will be great for you if you don't have little ones. You kind of just have like more freedom. I remember being able to do this all the time before I had my daughter, but I would just get up, throw on my coat, throw on my hat, my sunglasses, and I would just start walking. I mean, I would do a 45 to 50-minute walk every morning to start my day before I sat down at the table and got on my laptop and did what I needed to do for the day. So if you are like, you don't have any children, you don't have, any other responsibilities, maybe you're lucky and you have a dog and you can do this. I remember I would do this because I had a dog. Getting outside in fresh air, in the sunlight, in nature, hearing the leaves, hearing the wind, just having the sun on your face, not to sound cheesy. Talk about good medicine. Talk about a good natural drug. Talk about a good hug and support from the universe, from Mother Nature. I mean, that is huge if you are someone that, you wake up with a busy mind, or you just wake up feeling like there's a lot of uncertainty in your life, or you just want to treat yourself very kindly and compassionately and lovingly and motherly, is getting out in nature, going for that walk, moving your body. I do this every afternoon. I would love to do it in the mornings and start my day this way. But I definitely get out there every afternoon and walk, if it's for 20 minutes or sometimes for 50 minutes if I have the time to do that. It always just helps me to feel better. And to just break up the monotony, break up any overthinking. Is just getting outside for that walk, right? So if you can do that in the morning, if your life circumstances allow you that time and that space and that freedom to do that, I highly, highly, highly encourage it. Highly, especially since we're headed into the winter season. This is universally a more depressing, mentally and emotionally challenging time of year for people. If you could just get out there when that sun's coming up, it's really going to help you. It's just like putting the shoes on, putting the jacket on, doing it. Once you're out there, you're out there. So that's a great one. If you don't have children, highly, highly recommend that. Another one of my favorites that I love doing, especially after I drop my daughter off to her in-home daycare, is I love coming home, making myself a matcha latte. I'm on matcha lattes right now. And put it on an inspiring YouTube video. I have a handful of creators, coaches that I follow on YouTube. I just love watching their videos and getting their message, their wisdom, their love and their light in my head before I continue with my day. I don't do that every day, but I do it at least, once or twice a week, because I just need the inspiration. I might need the idea for one of my own YouTube videos, and it just makes me feel good to have an inspiring, loving, compassionate message going into my eyes and into my brain, a couple mornings a week. It's very helpful. And me creating, my own content and my own just work here on YouTube. So I don't know, maybe my YouTube videos are what you like to watch every week, which would be awesome. But I find that really helps me, having that nice warm matcha latte and just sitting, watching, not taking notes, not comparing myself, and just taking in the wisdom, taking in the support, taking in the love. It really, really makes a big difference for me, for my mental and emotional state. So what do you think about these 5 suggestions, recommendations, tips or advice that I'm giving you today for these 5 self-care rituals for real life mornings? I mean, please tell me, like, did these options, let me just recap them real quick. 1, coffee and tea, read an uplifting book for 10 minutes. Pick, any book, some good literature in your brain. Number 2, 5 to 7 minute yoga stretch. Number 3 was a 10-minute brain dump. Just get your pen and your journal, get out all the things, set your timer for 10 minutes and just getting out all the thoughts and all the thinking, all the to-do and task in your head, get it out onto paper, just do a brain dump. Number 4, especially a lot easier if you don't have children, get outside first thing in the morning if you can, right when the sun's rising, if that's an option for you, and just, how beautiful would that be? I miss doing that. And number 5, a nice cozy drink and an inspiring YouTube video. I mean, these 5 self-care rituals for like real life people, real life women, busy job, busy mom, like were these helpful? Do you like one of them? Do you like a few of them? Please let me know what they are in the comments below. I would love to know. I would love to see your comments and any questions that you have for me. Please share them below. And yeah, I mean, is there one that is speaking to you in particular to where you're like, yeah, I can do that? Like, that feels good. I'm going to try that. I hope so. I hope so. If this video was helpful for you today, my love, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already and you want to keep seeing videos from me each week. My goal was to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be so cool. And if you are at a stage in your life and you are ready for like a big change, you're ready to set some boundaries, self-respecting boundaries where you really need to in your relationships, maybe with this old, this old narrative and story and identity you have. You're just ready to start replacing ways of living and some habits and break old patterns with some new habits, some new ways of thinking, create a new story for yourself, and really just start creating and designing a life that feels in alignment with who you are now today and what your values are now today, but you're not quite sure on how to do that. And you just want some direction in that. You want some guidance. You want someone to take your hand and walk you through that process step by step and just keep supporting you and cheering you on and just guiding you along the way. That's what I do as a life coach for women. I've been coaching women for 8 years. I have my signature program, my 90-day signature program. It's a Confident Woman Unleash. If you're interested in learning more on how you can work with me on a one-to-one basis in that 3-month container, coaching container, please go to the description box below, visit my website. It's just my name, nickymcmillan.com. Book in a clarity call. Let's have a conversation, and then we can take it from there. Okay? This is how I can help you just beyond this YouTube channel, if that's something you're interested in at this time. Okay, that's it for today. Again, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to keep hearing from me each week. Thank you so much for your time. And I really hope that this was helpful for you today. All right, I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.